I was working at a grocery store. I worked there about 2 months and I got an apartment. I was really happy, and 2 weeks into me having the apartment, my appendix burst and I almost died. I ended up losing my job. I couldn't pay rent. So I told the lady that I was renting a room from, I said, you know, I'm gonna have to leave. You know, I don't have nowhere to go, but I'm gonna have to leave.
I spoke with a client today, and he came into my office and he didn't have a coat on. And I said, "Where's your coat?" And he said, "I don't have one." So my thought immediately was, where can I get a coat? Who do I know in my family? Who do I know in the inner circle? Can I go on Facebook, ask for these things? I'm always thinking, even when I leave and go home, if he needs a coat, he probably needs a pair of shoes. So those are things that I'm up thinking about.
A lot of times, out here, things will get all messed up. You can get caught up in the wrong path, talk to the wrong people, then you're on the wrong trail. But with this particular situation, these are people that I can come to. They just kind of like bring me to where I need to be.
So our mission, at Northside Housing is to provide supportive services and supportive housing to our individuals, as well as trying to eradicate homelessness within the city of Chicago. We feel that providing an individual with housing is their best shot. Once they've met that basic need, then they can begin thinking about some of their other goals.
I never had my own place. I always was staying with my mom, or staying with somebody else, staying out in the street. The feeling I got was I was overwhelmed. I walked in, I cried, kissed the floor. And I stayed in the apartment 2 days by myself, praying, meditating. Just so happy, wow. It was like, I'm grateful.
One of my biggest surprises in working with my first client that I had is he got housed 2 weeks after I met him. He put a lot of effort into it, and when I went to his apartment a week later to visit him, it was decorated nicer than mine.
Everything in my apartment that you see here, I garbage picked in this neighborhood. This couch, this table, everything. That's just the motivation that I have. Because I said to myself, I don't want just a mat on the floor. This means more to me than having the money to go buy stuff, because I take care of it, it looks good, and I'm proud of myself that I had that kind of motivation.
When a client that has lived on the streets or have never had their own place goes into housing, it's a state of euphoria. It's exciting, it's overwhelming. But to me, that's the easy part. Not only do we house the client, but we provide a variety of life skills once they get into housing. We also link them up to agencies and organizations within their community to which they're living.
I feel really good about working around homeless guys because it's more to the situation than what you just see. What they really need is for people to get them a second chance. Everybody needs a second chance, everybody.
I had lost my 20-year-old son he took his own life, and I witnessed it. And from that point on, I really didn't care about anything. I started drugging and drinking real heavily. I was homeless and didn't care about living or dying. And I ended up in a psychiatric ward. They referred me to Northside. That changed my life. It really changed my life. I don't think I would have lasted much longer with where I was. And Northside Housing has been there for me. As someone I can bounce things off of, that can correct me when they see me doing something wrong, that can give me positive feedback. Stuff like that it means a lot.
We get all kinds of people, and I really enjoy that. Some are easier, some are more difficult, but the rewarding part is when you actually get someone through the steps to get from a bad space to a much, much better space. That's what gets me up in the morning. That's what keeps me coming back. And I love that part of it.
I get off at 12, and sometimes I stay here till 5. And I start at 6 in the morning. Yeah, that's the hardest part for me, leaving. Yeah, I love being here.
Every single individual that walks through our doors will receive the same level of services. I know that they will be treated with respect, that they will be treated with dignity, and above all, they will be treated in the same manner that we would like to be treated if we were in the same position.